After a breakup, you may feel more comfortable holding on to and sitting in your pain rather than releasing it and parting with it. Feeling and dealing with our emotions in tough times are key parts of healing. And I know we talk a lot about what to do, but sometimes you need to know what not to do. And so today we're going to talk about some of those things that you should not be doing when going through your feelings during the grieving process. So join me right after this as we dig into it. Hey sis, welcome to Goodbye Heartbreak, Hello Healing. Are you hurt and confused after a recent breakup? Are you having thoughts like, I can't believe I'm here again. Why wasn't I enough for him? Or I'm never going to get married? Do you find yourself Googling how to get past the breakup or how to heal my broken heart? Do you start your morning feeling like you can finally breathe again, only to fall apart when you see a picture of your ex on social media? Hey sis, I'm Candace. I too was a single Christian woman who was heartbroken but still desired marriage. I too had numerous failed relationships and wished the right man would come along. I wanted closure from past relationships, healing for my heart, and I wanted to feel joy in my life again. But the truth is, I had no idea where to start or how to make any of this happen until I found the secret, partnering with God to heal from heartbreak. In this podcast, you will find tips for moving on after breakups, growing your relationship with God, and preparing for future relationships so that you will heal your heart and be ready to move forward into the life you desire. So turn off those heartbreak songs and turn me up in those earbuds. It's time to heal, sis. Hey sis, and welcome back for another episode of Goodbye Heartbreak, Hello Healing. Thank you for joining me on today. I'm so excited that you're here as we are talking about grieving after a breakup. But before we jump into today's topic, I want to remind you to please subscribe to the podcast wherever you may be listening. And also, don't forget to leave your 5-star written review on Apple Podcasts. This really does help the show, and it helps other listeners who have not yet found the show to find the show and find the help and healing that they need, just like you have. So go ahead and leave your written review. Plus, I love to read them to hear what you guys think about the show. So also, I want to remind you that we have a Black Friday sale that's happening next week, and I want you to stay tuned for the details of the Black Friday sale because it's going to be great. It's going to be on my course, Grieving the Living, and you'll be able to receive a great discount on the course. So if you ever wanted to enroll or you've been thinking about it, now is the time because, again, it's going to be a great discount, and this is something that's really going to help you move on, process your emotions, and move forward with your life after this breakup that's been holding you back. Today, we're digging into feelings with the course from some things that I teach in the course, but that's just a small part of the course because, again, it's 4 weeks long. It's self-paced. You go at your own rate, and you get to really dig into the stages of grief, understanding what's actually happening with you at each stage, but also you get lots of opportunities to process this grief, to actually plan how you're going to deal with it and move forward in this journey until you really start to feel better about where you are and the heaviness is lifted and meeting God in this process, allowing Him to do this with you. So I teach you all of this in my course, Grieving the Living. Don't miss your opportunity to get it. I will give you the details and the coupon code at the end of this episode. So, like I said, we're talking about feelings on today, okay? And what do you do with your feelings during the grieving process? So, as I mentioned, we talk a lot about what to do, but I actually want to talk about what not to do because there are some times where you might be doing things that you're maybe unaware of that's actually hindering your growth for healing, for processing your grief. And so I don't want that to happen to you. So I want to make you aware of these things just in case it's something that you're engaging in. I know for myself, I went through a lot of my life, adult life, doing some of these things after breakups. And so it wasn't until the last breakup where I actually allowed myself to actually feel my feelings and emotions and stuff to really process that grief that I actually found the healing that I needed. And I didn't just find healing from that breakup, but I found healing from all the past breakups and trauma and things like that that I experienced in my past. So it really does help and it really does work. So let's talk about these things. I have 5 things that you should not do when actually grieving and dealing with your feelings, okay? So when it comes to your feelings, number 1, don't be afraid of your emotions, okay? I think some people are afraid to just let it out. They're afraid to acknowledge that they're actually feeling something because I think there's some misconceptions about what that actually means for you. It doesn't make you weak to actually feel things, right? It doesn't make you weak. God gave us emotions in this life for a reason. And so don't be afraid of them. Number 2, don't deny your emotions. Again, some people deny that they have these feelings. They deny that they're hurt by the breakup, that person, betrayed. They might say the person betrayed them, but they disconnect their emotions from what happened. Do not deny your emotions, okay? Because that's not helpful in processing the grief. Number 3, don't dismiss your emotions. So sometimes the emotions will come up. You might acknowledge them, but you dismiss them quickly. You don't process. You're like, yeah, I feel sad, but it's okay. I know I'm not supposed to feel that way. I'm trying my best to move on. I'm trying to, that does not help you in the process. When those emotions come up, don't dismiss them. Don't disregard them. Feel them. Okay. You have to be able to feel them. You have to be able to work through them and process them. And that is okay. I want you to know that that's okay. Number 4, don't numb your emotions, okay? So numbing is a huge issue for a lot of people because they don't want to feel the pain. They don't want to feel the sadness, the anxiety, just the anger even sometimes. They don't want to feel, or you may be one of those people who don't want to feel that. But guess what, sis? It's important. It's important to be able to not just name it, not just, say that, hey, I'm feeling this way. You need to, again, process it. So a lot of people numb through social media, just, scrolling and looking at other people's lives instead of dealing with their own. You may numb through alcohol or drugs and instead of actually processing your own emotions. You may numb through other people, distracting yourself with other people and other things. So there's so many ways to numb your emotions, but sis, we don't want that. We want to be able to feel these things because that's the only way that you can really move through it. You can't go around the grief. You have to go through it. And then don't let your emotions be an excuse to engage in unhealthy behaviors that can be damaging to yourself or even other people. And so sometimes those feelings come up and we take that as a license to be able to do things that we should not do, things that would be harmful to yourself, whether it be physically, emotionally, mentally, and it could be harmful to other people. So don't say, it goes in line with distracting yourself sometimes. And so don't be like, I'm feeling sad, so I'm going to call so-and-so. Is that a healthy thing for you to do? Is this so-and-so a person that's supposed to be helping you heal and grieve? Or is this so-and-so a distraction where you're going to, hook up with that person and regret it later? Do you see what I'm saying? Or maybe, unhealthy to others where you're like, you know what, I'm feeling this and I'm going to call my ex and give him a piece of my mind and stuff. Is that healthy behavior for you or your ex? It's really not, or I'm going to call the person that he cheated with, or I'm going to send her a message on social media. That is not healthy behavior for you. It's not healthy for the other person, and it doesn't solve anything. It gets you no closer to healing than you were before. In fact, it can actually set you back, and we don't want that. So do not let your emotions be an excuse for unhealthy behaviors. Okay. So those are the 5 things. I know, I went through them quickly, but it's just I don't want you to get stuck in toxic patterns. I don't want you to get stuck in unhealthy patterns, unhealthy ways of dealing with your grief that's not actually helping you. You can deal with your grief in a healthy way, or you can deal with it in an unhealthy way. There are two ways to do it. I want to help you deal with your grief in a healthy way. So I'm going to give you these 5 things again. Number 1, don't be afraid of your emotions. Number 2, don't deny your emotions. Number 3, don't dismiss your emotions. Number 4, don't numb your emotions. And number 5, don't let your emotions be an excuse to engage in unhealthy behaviors. Okay. So again, I just said it. Healthy versus unhealthy. We want to do this a healthy way. We want to do this with God and allowing God to lead you through this process. And the first step of that is just really inviting God into the process with you, listening, pouring out your heart to Him and listening to what it is that He's trying to tell you. God will provide you with comfort in this season, sis. He really, really will. You do have to trust Him, but He knows that you're grieving right now. And I know it's so important because that is why I created my course. I wanted the things that I learned. I didn't have the blueprint to grieve properly during this process, but I feel like God just led me through it. So a lot of this has come through my own experience and through helping other women through this process to really know how to help you really engage with your feelings and emotions, because what I gave you today is things that happens in week 3. There's so much that's happening before this. There's a lot of stuff that's happening before you actually sit down and start acknowledging that, I'm feeling this way, acknowledging that this is happening and accepting that this is happening. And so you have all of these emotions that come up for you. And it's like, what do you do with it at this time? So again, that is why the course is so helpful, because it helps you with everything that happens before this. It's going to help you to deal with your emotions during that stage of grief and helping you to move on and past it in later stages of grief. So I am going to give you some of the details about the Black Friday sale now. I'm not going to put the link in the show notes yet because the sale does not start until next week. So next week, Tuesday, the sale will start, and you will have the link in that episode in the show notes to actually access the discount. But the discount code will be BFGTL30, and you'll be able to get 30% off of Grieving the Living at that time. So BF, that's for Black Friday, GTL 30. So BF Black Friday, GTL Grieving the Living 30 for 30% off. Okay. So just mark your calendars, because next week, Tuesday, the sale will start. It'll go through Friday at 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. The sale will be over. So you only have a few days to take advantage of this incredible discount to move forward. This is time for you to invest in yourself. Make this a gift to yourself, a promise to yourself, because you're so worth the investment. And so take advantage of this deal and make yourself a promise that you're going to do this for you, not for anyone else. This is for you so that you can move on. So I love you so much, sis. I really want you to take the things that I said today to heart about what not to do if you find yourself doing some of these things. We're going to talk about how to make these changes, how to flip the switch. Next week, I will be talking about what to do instead. All right. So I love you so much. Don't forget to tune in next week, and I'll talk to you again real soon. Bye. Hey sis, listen, if you have been blessed, changed, or inspired by this podcast in any way, please subscribe to the podcast and leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. This is the #1 way that you can thank me and show support for the show. Also, if this podcast blessed you, don't keep it to yourself. Do a quick share and bless someone else. Please know I am so grateful for each and every one of you, and I would love to hear from you. Come connect with me and other like-minded individuals in my Facebook group called Christian Women Overcoming Heartbreak and Finding Purpose. I can't wait to meet you back here really soon. Until then, remember to love the life you have while you're making it better. Love you, sis.